Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the Micromoto Bazaar 2018, part number 2. Well, I didn't put this on the title, but yeah, most of you have been sticking around last time already, and yeah, I didn't go through nearly anything at all that I wanted to go through, so this time another attempt. Sorry that I'm a little bit late again. I have spent some time working this week on the setup. I want to introduce a major new component that allows me to stream the video that you currently see at the same time into sort of a private conference, the Zoom conference where you have not last week but the week before and the weeks before that seen some of my guests on the show. So they always have, well, not complained, but politely mentioned it that they would like to see the video as well, so they can see what I'm doing at the same time and not only 4 or 10 seconds delayed. So I have added a new component to the system, which unfortunately has screwed everything up in a way that I don't really understand. So yeah, don't want to go into details of that, but I've changed quite a few other things. So there's a few new inputs to the system, and yeah, hopefully another couple of additions that you might enjoy. So before I keep talking, because I made that mistake last time, let's get some feedback of you guys in the chat room. That is my first input addition to the system. This here is my beloved plastic Chromebook. One of its main features is that it can broadcast its output to a Chromecast device. So I have the two chat rooms up here, and the Chromecast device is connected over a format converter to the video mixer. So if everything works well, I should be able to just bring up the chat rooms on the stream right now. Let's see if that works. Yeah, my decoration is a little bit in the way. How do I turn this off? Yeah, by pressing this button. And then, yeah, the Discord doesn't play nicely with my setup here. So click this, and now I have both chats on the screen, and then something that, let's see if I get this to work right now. If I change the transition to a wipe transition and turn it into a circle, then I should be able to pop up right in the middle here. How about that? So let's move this across a little bit, and so now I can use this setup to talk to the chat room. Let's see. Christopher Potts says, good sound and video, and lots of other people are in here as well. Pilsner Poppers here, Arc FPV, Larry Strunk, we would say in German. Typar FPV says, howdy all, Paddock FPVs here, all in the YouTube chat. Sean Dolan is here as well. Frank Barayas, welcome everyone. And on the right side is the Discord chat. Boca FPV is typing. JT Walks is already in here saying, yo, sounding good. Mullet says it's pretty critical. Yes, it's, yeah, damn, it didn't work, but I'll be working on this during the next week and then during the holidays to continue improving my live mixing abilities. So let's move on. One thing I didn't get to, which I actually planned to do this morning, is to set up the new, how do you call them, products, checkout pages for you to score some of the stuff that you see on the screen if you see it. There is a new camera that I have added to the mix. Where is it? Right here. So this camera here, this little broadcast camera here, is on my video tripod, so I can move it around and show you the stuff that I have on the screen, on the table here. For example, all this nice stuff here, and it sort of gives you also a bit of a behind the scenes view. So here's my desktop setup, and then behind there you see my my monitoring setup. It doesn't look that weird in person, but if you film the monitor that displays the stream, then it kind of freaks out a little bit. So oh yeah, by the way, this reminds me, the winner, I think Dragon 360, something like that, didn't pick up his prize yet. So the winner from our build video from 2 weeks ago, please watch the beginning of last stream and then contact me so you can collect your prize. So all this, these nice little models here are going under the hammer today, and all those which, well, you can't see it on this camera, all those down here as well. So there's probably too many to go through today, but they gotta get moving so I can keep building a quad a day to keep the doctor away. And let's put the Christmas decoration back up. I've added a third candle. It's third Advent right now for most of you, I think. So yeah, I don't light candles in the house usually because we are in the middle of the forest in a sort of tree house. So no real candles for me. The Christmas tree also has artificial warm light LED candles, but yeah, so I added a third one over here, and it's confusing. So John Wagner is asking what's going on with the 1020 Star Wars drone motors. Yeah, sorry, they're sold out really quickly, and I'm waiting for a production slot to make some more. Custom production for us, not as easy to get in good quality, so it's probably going to be postponed till next year. Hopefully I get it done before the Chinese clock off in February for 2 months or so. So Mullet wants to have people joining the Discord chat room. So yeah, I didn't say it this time, and there's also no direct link this time on the screen, but let me bring it up here right now. So on the right side, you see the Discord chat room, which is a permanent chat room. So if you want to join that, you can keep chatting when the stream is over, and you can scroll up and see all the history of the stream. So if someone of you guys in the Discord chat would be so nice to post the Discord channel link into the YouTube chat, that would be appreciated. And I'm gonna play you another little song while I set up the first couple of checkout pages, and then I explain you the rules for today. Hopefully we get the motors done before we die. Yep, I'm with you on that hope, Mr. Wagner. Let's see what I can find to give you on the ears while we wait. How about some happy old school hip hop back from the 90s. Let's see what this is. Sounds pretty terrible so far. I can't live with that. Yeah, a little better. So funky and smooth. Mullet liked it. I wasn't too sure, wouldn't go into my permanent playlist, but yeah, better than the first choice at least. So if you click on the link that I have put down here, bit.ly/mmbazar 2018, you come to a checkout page, and I've put 4 up right now, and you can either wait until I pack them and then check them out, or you can gamble a little bit, and for every let's say official, I don't think anyone is watching, but if you do, this is not gambling because there's no random algorithm that's picking a winner, but it's me picking a winner intentionally. I don't know exactly who you are, but yeah, let's say it's not gambling. I heard that I'm not allowed to make a gambling show without a specific license, and yeah, they don't want to give me one. So that's why no gambling, just a little bit of intentional randomness. So I actually planned to invite you guys into the Zoom session and tell me stuff that you want to have, and this way we can move forward a little more targeted. But yeah, let's just pick a couple of models, attach a number to them, and then see who scores them. So let's just start with this guy here. I actually forgot what his name is, but it's the DJI, what was it again? DJI Tello clone. So let's move over to this camera here so you can see it a little better. Me Too, I think. Yeah, Me Too. Very suitable name. Me Too. Spelled a little different. I think that's just a, lost in translation. M-I-T-U. It should be spelled M-E-T-O-O because it's pretty much a clone functionality-wise from the DJI Tello. The app is scrap, so that's why I didn't use it much. I like the color though. So, and if you get it to work, it also records pretty nice 720p footage. It has this sensor here on the bottom, looks like a microphone, which I think it probably is, and a sonic sensor to keep its altitude. And yeah, there's no external battery, so you need to charge this thing over USB, micro USB port, and then it takes some video. So I think I paid $80 or so for it. It's in mint condition because I probably should have used the iOS app, but I gave up on it pretty quickly. So you can score this thing for $35 plus shipping. It has item number 17. It's not gambling if you can't lose. Oh, that's a good loophole. Thank you, Pilsen Popper. Let's see if we can exploit that. So, yep, this is number 17. Goes into a box. Let's see if it fits into a small box. It's pretty flat. Maybe just. Nah, it's too squished in there. Needs to have a little bigger box. Let's see if it fits into this one here. I introduced this box size here last year at Australia Post. I like it. Gotta probably take the props off to make it fit into that. Let me see if that's easy to do. Yeah, easy enough. So props are coming off. This thing goes into a cubish box. Props are pretty nice actually. So if you're thinking about getting some large propellers, 75mm, they're pretty good. Me Too props. So this is number 17. I haven't looked yet if someone has checked it out already, but yeah, so you can play games and check it out before I tell you what's going in there, or you can play it safe, but then you're risking that someone else is snapping it up by placing your bet, your order. It's not, as I said, it's not gambling. No gambling at all. Place your order once I've put a sticker on. Not going to change it afterwards. So number 17 is the Me Too drone. Next one. Next one is going to be a, let's take this one here. A MJ666 tank octocopter frame. Very nice frame. Unfortunately, no FC included. That'll come later at some stage. So, as soon as you see more stuff appearing here, you might place your bets for an actually working, completely set up FPV hexacopter. This is an octocopter frame made by our friend Michael Jacobs, developer and obviously CNC machine owner. No, I think he's outsourced that and had another friend of him doing this. This thing appeared in a couple of my videos. It's a very strong frame. I crashed it hard a few times and it kept surviving. I swapped the motors out on this thing, which is like a half an hour to an hour ordeal because these motor mounts are really tight. So it's running 820-17 motors with the elusive clear Hubsan props. Some of you guys who are in this game for a long time might remember them. Their main feature is that they are pretty much indestructible. So you can mow the grass with that thing and crash it into your house wall and it's going to survive. So included, no flight controller, just this very nice stiff carbon fiber, maybe 2.5 millimeter octocopter frame. Let's see if I even find a box where this thing fits in. Too big for this one here, too big for this one. Yeah, fits in this one, I think. So this is going to be number 18. 35 bucks for this one. Even just the frame has cost me more than that, and I don't think you can buy this frame anymore. But yeah, if you do have an octocopter flight controller, would suit this thing very nice. You can also, in a pinch, fly this thing with a quad flight controller, even though then you would need to swap two of the motors so that or each two of the motor pairs, so you can have clockwise and counterclockwise running in pairs. If you want to see a video of this thing, I think I called this insane octocopter flip or something, and this octocopter is doing 15 flips a second on this video. If you have scored number 18 and want to have some spare motors, send me a message and we'll make it happen. This is number 18. Moving on. Oops, wrong button. Let's do this one here. What's next on the list? Look at it, guys. The first to post something what you want to have, I'll pick this one up. Let's look in the chat room. Someone bought the Me Too already, said someone. Box 20, bring on the whoops. Props FPV says, bring on the whoops. All right, next one is a whoop. Let's take one of them has a problem, one of these two here. So, no, I remember what it is. Yeah, it's an acceptable problem. I'll talk about it. If you get the one that has the issue, I'll tell you how to fix it. I just didn't get to it yet. So, JT Walks trying to be strong tonight. Good luck, my friend. So this here is, as you might see just from the shape of the flight controller, this is a Alien Whoop, Alien Zero flight controller with a, one of them, I put two different receivers onto these quads, and if you watch the video, I forgot what I called this, then I complained that one of those receivers takes 30 seconds to bind every time you swap the battery. But I was told, as some of you watching probably, that I can fix this by changing some setting in my jumper radio. I didn't do that, got too busy, other stuff has come in the way, so one of those is going into box number 19, running a 7x16 millimeter Beta 65S chameleon frame with a flexible phaser 3D mount, sporting one of the now elusive VM2751 cameras, one of the very few micro cameras on the market, or used to be on the market, no, not anymore. I think I have like 10 or so left of them, and then that's it. They don't make them anymore. You can switch them between PAL and NTSC. Very rare feature. This is box number 19. Fits in a small box, I'm pretty sure. Packed lots of whoops in small boxes. Should fit in here. No, it's too high. Okay, goes into a cubish box. Pretty sure that fits in there. I'll add some padding afterwards. Don't want to waste your time with that. So I'm not just going to send them rattling around in those boxes, but I'll fix this up in the next couple of days when I'm sending stuff away. This is Alien Whoop Zero, box number 19. And now the last one of the first 4. Did someone make a suggestion? What's the next one I should pick of those on the table here? Mullet says, do you mean VM275T? No, it's a 275-1. Madman just joined the club. Welcome back, Madman. I see here comes Whitey has posted an alien face. That prompts me to pick this dude here. I forgot what he's called. Let me see. Oh, it's the CX-31. Extreme flying. I bought this purely for the housing, and let me see. No, I didn't take it apart yet. So, yep, as usual, other stuff came in the way, so I didn't even build this thing. You can open the latch here in the back and then put a battery in. I'm gonna ship that without battery because I assume someone of you is anyway going to put an alien in and open this thing up, modify it. There is a hatch where you can put a battery in, but I think you can just strung it underneath as well. I'm not even sure what protocol this thing is using. So if you are in for a gamble for box number 20 and want to have this nice UFO here, then be prepared to either figure out what protocols it's running and use a jumper or other multi-protocol radio, or do what I plan to do and stick a alien flight controller into this thing. If you scored box number 20 and want to have an alien flight controller along with that thing, send me a message and we'll make it happen. This also needs a bigger box. I think this is probably going to fit into a cube box. Yeah. So these were boxes number 1, 2, 3, and 4, number 17, 18, 19, and this is number 20. CX31 looks something of my line and work, says Madman. Guys, as I said in the last stream already, it's kind of difficult for me to catch up with the chat if you do not put my name in there. So if you want me to read your message, do what Mullet did and put a @Dr. Ben into the Discord chat. And I'm not sure if that works on the left side on the YouTube chat, but I think so. My username on this side is Micromotor Warehouse. So see if you can add Micromotor Warehouse into your message, and then I'll see it. So let's move on to the next 4. What do we have on the table next? Look at all these nice models here, checking on the Christmas decoration. So let's move on with a few more regular models before we move into some special ones. So this one here, standard recipe, sports a, let's have a look, a Beta FPV F4 flight controller with ZO2 camera. That means it supports OSD, telemetry, and all the good stuff. Not even flown yet. Looks mint. No jungle stains on there. Yellow and blue. Black props. No battery included. Sorry for that. Yeah, very nice setup. My go-to setup these days. I plan to build a lot more of them. So this one needs to go so I can keep building a quad a day. Oh, hang on, before I move on with that, I think I need to chug up some products for you. So all those 4 are gone. I'll check out later and remind me if I don't remind myself of that. I'm gonna read through everyone who has chucked some dollars in the Bazaar jar today. But I'm not going to be biased. I'm looking at who's buying them while I'm doing it. So unpublish those, and let's add the next 1, 2, 3, 4 bulk action, edit variants, retail US dollar, apply, set them to 35 each, 35, 35, 35, oh, 53, and save changes, and then go back. Are they still highlighted? Yes, bulk action, and publish. So next 4 boxes are available under this link here. Damn, it's difficult. How do I do this properly? Under this link, I can't do it. Too crazy. Yes, whoever has done this, let me have a look here. It works. We can try Josie J-Rod said we can try at Micromotor Warehouse, and Andre Fonseca has spelled in a different way. Yes, that works. So as you can see, if you add my username there, then it's much easier for me to spot those messages and not be distracted by all the others. I appreciate that you and encourage that you all chat amongst each other, so this way I can quicker separate those messages. And as you can see on the right, if you add Dr. Ben to it, it highlights the whole line and I can very much easier see it. So Madman is bugging the viewers since you are busy. Thanks a lot. Appreciate your help, Madman. Glad you're sticking around. So let's move on. Let's make a little tricky move out of the way. So this is not going to be box number 21, but a later one. Let me see. Here's my stickers that I prepared: 21, 22, 23, 24. Let's pick this old school dude here for the next one. One of my previous builds before Beta FPV got on the bandwagon and got us really nice plug and play, no soldering quads. That's what I used to build. Again, VM2751 camera with the custom design, in this case rigid mount, glued onto the flight controller with silicone, and on this case keratin, I think. Yeah, it's hard keratin. Running a Beta FPV F3 flight controller, includes OSD but no telemetry, and a couple of jungle stains on there, and ooh, the frame is already a little bit cracked, so I'll chuck in a spare frame, new version of that, into this package. Should still fit in a cubish box, I believe. So this is going to be box number 21, custom built Beta FPV F3, sort of old school, middle school whoop. If you want more spares to any of the boxes that you've scored, send me a message in response to your order confirmation, and I'll make you a good deal on related spares. So middle school whoop, box number 21. Now time for new school whoop. Damn, I should move this. Pile closer to me. So goes into a cube box. This is going to be box number 22. New school whoop, box number 22. Josie Rod says, let's get some Fly Sky going. Sorry, dude, no Fly Sky in the house. I never bothered with Fly Sky for whatever reason. You know, I don't always have reasons to not use stuff. It's just too much other stuff is already flying. So no Fly Sky quads in the house. Yes, Black Wolf, the Bazaar is on. So running between this and making a comically large pot of soup. That's my cup of tea, my friend. I like large pots of all sorts, soup as well. JT Walk says, make box number 24 extra nice. Come on, that makes me biased if you say that. So I'll do my best. So box number 23 is on the line. Box number 23, what is it gonna be? What is it gonna be? Box number 3 is this one here. This is unique, I would say. Very nice custom-made canopy by my buddy Paul Dufay. I think I pronounced his name. And so he printed that for me. Very strong, unique canopy. I then sanded and painted it. Underneath is a Beta FPV F3 version 1. Oh no, I think it's an F4 flight controller. Not totally sure. Runs a VM275 camera again. There's no camera mount in there, but the canopy doubles as camera mount. Runs one of the old school blue frames that are harvested from a Beta 65S Lite. Runs 7 by 17,000 kV motors, and has been seen on TV on my YouTube channel for a few times. I've been flying this thing for quite a few packs. Motors are still going strong. However, if you want to get spares, ping me when you scored back box number 23 and we'll make it happen. Here comes Whitey is cooking chicken soup. That kind of makes me a little sad because, as you know, one of my little white chickens, her name is Whitey. So even if I like chicken soup, I'm not sure how I feel about Whitey or someone whose name is Here Comes Whitey is making chicken soup. Oops, screensaver is turned on. Gotta change that, I think. So, box number 23 is history. And let's come to box number 24. What might it be? I know Jesse has almost everything, so I'm gonna pick something that you don't have yet, my friend, I'm pretty sure, because I have never seen this thing before. I'm not really sure what it's originally called. I call this Mama Alien. So it's a very, very unique frame. Pretty heavy, but it flies in that configuration. I'm not sure, I have two of them. I'm not sure if this one actually flies with the flight controller that's in there. There's not many flight controllers that fit in there. I think I've used a pretty exotic flight controller, and then see in the front here, that's not a camera, but it's a, oh yeah, this one was flying. There's a video of this thing flying. There's a super bright, I think green 8mm straw hat LED in there, and yeah, sorry, you can't send the battery with that, but you can hang whatever battery you want underneath. There is sort of a battery compartment, I think, but it's pretty tough to fit a battery in there, so I was just hanging one underneath. Runs with props up and props down, so currently sports a 20-18 motors and black Parrot propellers. Whoever won that, scored that, purchased that. No gambling involved here, no gambling. Have fun with that thing. Before box it up though, I need to plug the dude who has sent this thing to me, and he also included something else when he shipped that thing to me. So also included, not in box number 24, but in the gift to me, was this nice piece of art, which I don't think any one of you can guess what it is. It took me a while to figure out what it is as well. It's a pack of playing cards with a very, very unique case. So this whole stuff here is actually sort of functional. So if you spin this wheel here, then everything turns. And if you take this thing out of the box, it reveals a box of playing cards. And let me see if I can somehow show his name on here to give him a plug. I don't even know if he's still making them. I think they were part of a unique art project. Here's his signature. His name is Dale Mattis. Not sure if I'm pronouncing this correctly. Dale Mattis. DaleMathis.com. Awesome stuff he's making. He made a few other really nice things for me. Unfortunately, I think he retired from the quad business, but yeah, if you want to check him out, really nice dude, very, very good artist, and yeah, he printed these frames here, 2 of them for me. Maybe the other one goes under the hammer as well. This one goes in box number 24. Let me see, does it fit? Yes, it fits into a cube box. Mama Alien goes into box number 24. Whoever scored, number backs, box 24, 8.5mm motors and Parrot props. It sports. If you want spares or batteries for that thing, ping me in response to your order confirmation message, and we will make it happen. So, moving on. Quick look at the chat rooms. The KFC gamer has joined the room. What's up, my friend? Charger Dude 70 is there as well. KFC gamer has randomly joined. I like that. Today's job is to get rid of all the quads that I've built over the year to make room for more, because a quad a day keeps the doctor away. You can click the link or put the link in your browser that I've put just on the bottom of the screen, and if you're quick enough, score a ticket to one of these boxes here, Mr. KFC Gamer. Oh, Joycey just told everyone, selling a lot of random stuff. Thank you. I should read before I reply. So, Madman, yes, everything that has been on sale last week has been sent out. And if I missed something, send me a message, but I think I've sent everything. I think I've sent everything that was ordered last week. If I missed anything, send me a message. A couple of things in my inventory systems are currently a little messed up, so I'm a little backed up on messages, and some orders have not been sent yet. If you're seeing this and I didn't reply to any of your messages, my apologies. I'm on my way to get back on top of it. So all these have been removed from inventory. 4 boxes have gone. Let's move on to the next. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bulk action, added variants. Shopify retail, price adjustment, apply, 35, 35, 35, 35, save changes, and cancel, go back into the product. They're still highlighted, and they're going to be published. your chance right now to grab one of the next boxes, which is 25, 26, 27, 28. So what might it be? Going over to the table again, right here, a couple of things left. How about graffiti whoop? This one here, one of the special edition Beta 65S frames sporting a Beta FPV F3 or 4, I think F4 version 1 flight controller, which does, when I remember correctly, does OSD and telemetry. There was one resource issue with this, why they have introduced version 1.1 of it. Don't remember exactly now. Still flies very nice. Has no jungle stains yet. So in mint condition, white propellers on graffiti edition frames, built with care and sporting one of the first versions TPU printed phaser 3D mounts, which keeps the camera on there kind of flexible. So even if you crash it, it's not going to break it off or break the camera. Has my typical way of protecting the camera, the antenna here, with a little piece of glue-lined heat shrink to keep the camera out of harm's way. And again, one of the very now elusive VM2751 cameras, which I have reinforced with a seam of epoxy, so very crash proof, still pretty looking thing, going into box number 25. Yeah, thanks for everyone who's helping me out to educate the newcomers to the stream. I explained it in the beginning how this thing works, but yeah, I'm just making it up on the fly. So if it doesn't suit, if you think it's not a good way to get these things moving, then post your suggestions. I'm open to new rules every day. Let's move on. Let's grab this one here. This is a Beta FPV Lights flight controller running on a Beta 65S frame with 7x16mm motors. So what you need to fly this thing is either one of the peanut controllers or a multi-protocol radio like the Jumper T8 SGV2 Plus. And to sweeten the deal here a little bit, I add a pilot to it. So move on to the larger camera. So where are my pilots? Pilots, where did you go? I think my box of pilots is sitting over here. Yeah. So do I have a black pilot left? No black pilot. So to add some contrast, riding on this thing in box number 26 is I forgot what the name is called. Some of my modified alien pilots. Originally, these are sold as Dark Knight and Bright Knight with some cheap Lego figures. These are collector items. They are I think a snow trooper with a custom alien head. I do have a few more of those, so if you want some, you can search my web shop for pilot, and you'll find some of these custom little collector minifigs. At that point, when I searched the internet up and down. I bought the last available alien heads, which some dude in Germany made. Just one of these alien heads has cost more than the flight controller. It's kind of weird economics. So this is box number 26. Bonus here on box number 26, sticker of the post office. So delivered to the Avoca Beach post office, bulk purchase of BX22 boxes. Box number 26 scores a light whoop with a alien pilot on it. Black Wolf FPV had to walk your mom through the website to buy it. What's that? Mr. Rubble, thank you, my friend. He's saying, love you doing this. It's so fun. I'm glad you're enjoying it as well. I'm having a blast. I know these things all going to fly somewhere instead of collecting dust in my cupboards. And what's also good about this, when I see space in the shelves, I know I can build more stuff. So hopefully the DHL guy is coming today, maybe even during the stream, and he brings me a couple of huge boxes so I can keep building for the next year. Foamy Ninja joined the chat room. Congrats, Foamy Ninja. I hope you have already received your custom alien Mohawk whoop that you've scored last week. How do you find out the box number? The box number, Mr. Rubble, is part of the product that you can check out when you put this link down there into your browser. So, moving on. What's left on the table here? This dude over here, very unique so far, even though it might be still available somewhere on Banggood. This is, at least here, known as Sharky Whoop. I bought this thing purely because of the canopy, so that's why the canopy is not included. You will have to make one up, I think, or, well, let me see what I can find to allow you to mount that thing. So it is, it has this plug in the way, so I'm not sure if you can use the regular. I just include a couple different mounts so you can figure out what fits. A couple of fixed 3D printed mounts, and hang on, where to put the flexible mounts. You might be able to get one of the flexible mounts on there by cutting off the rear leg. So I think it's called the E10 Pro or something. Sports the old school E10 frame, which I still quite like, even though there are better ones out there by now. Has this old wide battery compartment and a, I forgot what it's called, Valkera plug. So you might want to modify this, place this one with a PH2 plug and put it on a different frame. What's quite unique about this flight controller, however, is that it comes with this, hard to see on camera, with this 4-wire cable with plugs on both sides, and The flight controller was unique at that point before Beta FPV introduced their latest generation of F4 flight controllers in the way that it supported OSD, telemetry, and OSD and telemetry at the same time. However, I could not get hold of the source files for the firmware on it, so I couldn't update it to the latest version, even though it has a decent version on there and it works quite well. However, as we do, I wanted to update this thing, and I bugged Ichin and Banggood and whoever was involved for a while, and then I've given up. They didn't want to give me the file. Maybe whoever scores box number 27 has more luck with that. Flies quite well as it does, but yeah, sorry, no canopy included. I kept the Sharky canopy. So, boxes. I think I ran out of cubish boxes. Got to put it in larger boxes, I guess. Oh no, this one should fit into a flat box. If I move the camera to the side like this, it should fit. I ordered more boxes that didn't arrive yet. So, yeah, that's gonna fit right in there. As usual, if you want to have spares, extra parts with this, then ping me before I ship it, and I'll add some extra bits and pieces without you paying for extra shipping. A couple of mounts go in there for free. This is box number, come on, close, box number 27. Hey John, glad you're watching. I appreciate all your work. I'm sorry for the mess that I've created in the inventory and accounting system over the past couple of weeks. I'm still battling this every day, and when we come out at the other end, things should be running a lot more smoothly. Thanks for sticking with me. Things will get better. So, Foamy Ninja had to pick up some stuff to patch my knee. Damn. Look after your knees, kids. You still need them. Post-unicycle bumping drain hole incident. Damn. So, Black Wolf FPV says Benedict can make more whoops to annoy his wife with. She currently went out shopping, so I gotta make coffee myself today. Batman says I'm in after sorting through all the passwords for my various PayPal accounts. Are those the old special source motors with the red cans? No, these are. Ichin has jumped on the bandwagon as well and is making red motors now as well. It's kind of hilarious. If you want to look at this, just let's bring this up on the screen. This was I had a pretty good laugh. I think it's called the E10S. No, not E10S. E13 something? E13, no. E10 Pro. What was it? E10 Pro. Yeah, that's it. That was pretty hilarious to look through the nonsense that I've put on the, that's just the frame. So 1, 2, 3, switch over here. So turn off my Christmas lights for a sec. This is just the frame. Spare parts, tiny props, Ichin, come on. Which one was it? E10S. No, the one with the shark. Here, this one. E10S Pro. They claimed all sorts of ridiculous stuff. Let me see. What did they say on it? Where are all these? Here. Weight 29.5. Yeah. Brush open source flight controller. Yeah. FrSky. So it supports FrSky. I have the FrSky version. I had the FrSky version. 3-level mode. Yeah, that kind of still alright. Then Yeah, high capacity battery, 3.5 minutes. Unprecedented visual experience. Yeah, that's the reason I bought it. Wow, high definition camera, wide angle lens, looks like that. And then, yeah, regular camera, LED status indicator, product parameters. Where did they say they were talking about the motors? They changed the website somehow. They were talking about these motors, that the motors have are as crazy as never before. Yeah, changed it. It was a lot funnier in the beginning. Sorry. So, so is everyone in the YouTube chat or what? Says Madman. Seems kind of slow here. What's up, guys? Chat a little bit. Give Madman some love. Whoever got the thousands of used motors in the box, says Mr. Rubble. I kind of caved in at the end and I didn't send them away. I felt really bad about sending someone the whole bunch of thousands of stuffed motors. So I packed up something else nice, and I kept the box of stuffed motors. So if you want to see it at the end, if there's still time left, I showed once again the graveyard, the micromotor graveyard. I boxed them up. I had them in a box, but then I felt so bad sending them to someone. Pay $50 on shipping, sent this load of crap to someone, and then, yeah. All the lenses, exactly. Yeah, there was more hilarious stuff on that website. They must have removed it. One box left in this, how do you call it? Quadret? What's, triplet? Quadrolet? I don't know. There's one box left, number 28. What is it gonna be? It's getting light on the table here. They're all pretty similar ones. This one doesn't have a canopy. Let's pick this one. So it is a light. I'll add a canopy in a sec. Looks actually pretty nice. Blue, white, runs a Beta 65S light, flight controller, and a Z01 camera. Just sticks on here, has the 2 pins on the bottom, and so you don't need to solder. If it breaks at some point, you just can pop it off, put a new one on, and I'll throw in a canopy for a good measure to make it more crashable. Yeah, the canopies here only have blue canopies, but yeah, kind of fits in that case. So Beta 65S light, actually made by me, built by me, test flown only. No jungle stains on there. You gotta mount your own canopy. This was actually the first of the beta FPV BNF quads. What I was really, so this, as I said, this was not BNF. Just looking at the way the motor wires are twisted up, I built this thing. The first complete models of beta FPV, I said, yep, this is not changing the game. So this is box number 28. As usual, if you need more spares, if you want to juicing up the box a little bit, send me a message before I ship them in the next days, and I'm happy to add more stuff without you paying more shipping. Madman is asking, what is jungle stain? Jungle stain is green coloring of the frame, the propellers, and other parts of the quadcopter after I mowed some jungle plants out here with it. So slight green stains on it. Let me see if you can have a look in the jungle from here if I turn the camera around. Over here, looks kind of weird. That's where the jungle starts. Those of you who have been watching my flight videos, and I know, Adam, you know this already. So there's lots of greenery out there, and if this thing crashed through the canopy already, mowed from leaves, grass, and lianes, I think they're called, then that's jungle stain, different to jungle juice. So moving on, still have lots of stuff to go. It's just 12 o'clock, so I still have around 2 hours to go. Are you in for the ride, my friends? So all your quads have that disease, mowing grass more than flying. Exactly. So moving on. Unpublish those 4, confirm, and let's move on to the next 4. This is the time, my friends, if you didn't catch the drift yet, to get the PayPal account ready and score some tickets here. Or if you're brave and think no one else is catching them up before, then just wait until I pack the box and then score that. But so far, I think, I haven't watched this closely, as you've seen, that was not a valid strategy so far. But maybe if people start falling asleep later down in the stream, maybe that's a valid strategy afterwards. So added variance. So leave me a comment. Do you think 35 bucks is a fair price, or should I raise it a little bit? You've already bought one. You can't comment anymore. Those who are still trying to purchase one right now, sorry, with my rambling here, I'm delaying the process a little bit. What do you think? 35 bucks plus shipping, is that a fair deal? Edit columns, Shopify retail, apply, 35, 35, 35. Yeah, I think I'm losing out a little bit on the shipping as well. Not sure what you guys always paid on shipping here, but a lot of that is actually going into paying the post dudes. So save changes. I might raise it further down the track a little bit to push the envelope a little bit and not have my accountant yelling at me so hard after finishing. So cancel, go back into it, glad that stuff stays selected, and publish number 29 to 32 are going online right now, which means when you're watching this, they're already on the line for 4 seconds because that's the delay I've configured for the stream. 29 to 31. There's only 3 left on the table, so 32 is going to be a hot item. Not sure yet what exactly it's going to be, but the first 3 are going to be one of the. Let's pick this one here first. Standard build. I had a build spree a couple of weeks ago where I built lots of these. Fresh mint quad here, selling them for a bargain, running Beta FPV F4 flight controller version 1.1, which means OSD and telemetry. Oh, the screw's a little loose here. Should tighten it up a little bit, make it look nice. Yeah, sorry, I don't have one of these here for sale, but some people have been asking me what my fancy screwdriver is that I'm using in some of my videos. It's the eDesign E120. So motion sensor driven. Just press the button and then turn it in the other direction you would want to turn, and it sort of amplifies your motion. Very unique. I love this thing. Very good power. So this is box number, what did I say, 29. Damn, I'm running out of small boxes. So number 31 goes into a way too big box. So that means postage is already paid for. If you have scored box number 29 and want to have more spares for this thing, send me a message and I'll fill up the box for you. Next one, very similar deal, just blue all around. This one is screwed down nice and tight. Same thing, F4 flight controller version 1.1, running OSD and telemetry at the same time, which also means that you can put the RSSI values onto the screen. Love that feature. That's one of the main reasons why I'm using that flight controller, because then you can see your signal strength on the OSD, and it's a lot easier to judge the range of your controlling. This is box number 30. I do have here some noises down here. Chicken trying to come in again. No, maybe laid some eggs. So moving on, quick look in the chat room. Black Wolf FPV saying we'll be coming to Hybrid World again, Dr. Ben. I'd love to. Don't know yet if we are on this other camera number 2, and let's do it like that. So click on this one again. So yeah, we've been to Hybrid World Adelaide somewhere earlier this year. It was awesome. People loved it. So I think we're gonna do it again. I hope so. Did not get a confirmation yet, and lots of other events are happening. So I'm not sure, Black Wolf. I would love to, because I really want to fly with you, because I couldn't go there all day. Damn, I was hooping a lot. So if you look into the history of this channel, I had some awesome flights on there. It was so fun to fly around the place, and yeah, very friendly. Usually if we go to these events, some organizers do have an issue with us just hooping around in the non-closed off, non-racing part of the event. But on the Hybrid World, it was awesome. We were just flying all over the place and bugging the security guards and playing with the kids and flying through all these Lego assemblies. It was awesome. So Mr. Rubble says it was epic right here. I don't know what you meant. It should have happened. I don't know what you refer to, my friend, to the thousands of motors. I want that coffee cup. You want that coffee cup? There's tea in there. I'm not having that huge coffees. I'm having peppermint tea of this huge mug. It's empty now. Madman, I don't care so much about getting things. I just like this sort of thing. There's some special mugs on the Micromotor Warehouse shop as well. Little smaller mugs. That's what I like to drink my coffee off. Let's have a quick look into. You can look at this side, but then I can't see it. So the monitor where this is, oh damn, it's confusing, is actually here. So no messages to me, I think. You're all chatting amongst each other. That's good. I appreciate and encourage that. So I will move on. That's my cup of tea. So there's 2 boxes left in the current bracket. Only 1 quad on the table, so I gotta make up something for the next one. So how do I change this? By pressing on cam 1 and then flicking over here. Yeah, that worked. And then chuck the Christmas lights back on. over here, and another one, the second one of those really nice alien whoop zeros. This one has the other, I think that's the one that was the larger, yeah, with the two antennas, larger FR Sky receivers. I really don't like that they have that large antennas. It's not necessary. And they have these UFL, you freaking lose connectors on there, where someone then has put some glue over there. Why don't they just solder these antennas on? Yeah, so that's one of my griefs with the alien zeros, that you need to put one of these external receivers on there. Even though I have to admit they have some good range with these antennas. It's not needed though, because you have to deal with those antennas and stick them to the frame somehow. So I put some sticky tape on here where I'm feeding these antennas through. If someone has a better way of dealing with antennas, long antennas on these little whoops, tell me about it. This is box number 31. 31 gets a really nice hand built by me alien whoop zero. Not as nice as the ones that Travis built. Doesn't have a Mohawk canopy. Doesn't have a canopy at all. But it does have English hard language. Does have one of these flexible TPU printed phaser 3D mounts and a epoxy reinforced VM2751 camera, where I have bridged the OSD connection because there's no OSD on the Alien Zero. Yeah, a little tip here on the side: if you have one of these OSD capable cameras, if you want to use it with a flight controller which does not have an OSD, you need to bridge the connection so that you get a video at all. Box number 31 this is, and now I gotta make something up for box number 32. What might it be? Black Wolf says, can you just chop the antennas down to the minimum length? I'm not sure if that's a good idea, so that's why I didn't do it. Let me see. Let me see what I have here. Box number 32 gets a very special thing here, which has never flown before. See, it doesn't even have motors. I get some motors to stick onto this, and then I'll explain you what it is. So I think it should run with, what am I going to put on there? I think it should run with 7 by 20 millimeter motors and parrot props. Let me see if I do have, running out of parrot props. Not many left at all. I'm only seeing the bottom of the tub, and let me see if it even is large enough to fit them on there. Yes, they fit on there. So this little thing here is probably one of the lightest quads you can build, and that size should get some extreme flight time out of this thing with the 720 motors. So this is a, I think Sky it's called, flight controller, which I have soldered this PH2 pigtail to, and then siliconed it, shoehorned it onto this extreme lightweight and strong Picnic Quads efficiency frame, which I hope, let me double check, does it have 6 or 7? Oh, it doesn't fit in there. So that's why I didn't finish building it. It needs 6mm motors. Okay, what are you going to put on there? It needs fast motors because I only have small propellers for these 0.8mm shafts. So let's use, I like black orange props on my black motors. Little Ziploc baggie. So makes it even more lightweight. So there was some issue with programming it, so that's why I eventually have given up on it. But yeah, some determination and you should be able to make this thing fly. So has a custom printed mount on there and a previous version of the VM2751 sitting on my WIP desk, work in progress, for quite a while. I didn't finish it. I hope you, box owner number 32, will make it fly. Let me see, it should fit in one of the flat boxes. So chucking in one set of motors and a bunch of props. If you want more spares, reply to your order confirmation message. I'll go through all of them before I ship stuff. And as I said before a couple of times, happy to use the already expensive postage across the globe to add more stuff for you if that's what you desire. Yes, fits in there. Bend the antenna down a little bit. So I'll add padding to all of these so that stuff isn't rattling around in the box, even though it shouldn't hurt them. They're built to crash. But anyway, I don't like boxes that rattle too much. So I also use the chance to clear out all my packing material and try to not make any of these boxes rattle too much. So these have been the next 4 boxes. Let's move on. Quick look in the chat room. See Foamy Ninja's typing. What's happening? Foamy Ninja also has not gotten around to using his old Sky. Is that how you pronounce it? Sky controller. Josie Road said, that would be awesome. How can I contact you? I don't think you mean me. So yeah, chat amongst each other, guys, as much as you want. If you're talking directly to me, please on the YouTube chat on the visible on the left side of the screen, please chuck in a @micromotorwarehouse. Then the line is highlighted for me. I can see it better. And on the right side on the Discord chat, please mention @Dr. Ben. As you can see, Black Wolf up here did. Well, he's asking if you can chop the antennas down. No, I don't think you can do that. So time to find some more stuff in my workshop to send away to you guys. So let me see if I find some nice tunes for the meantime. It is actually possible now to chuck this up on the screen. It's fixed at last minute, even though still something is missing in the setup. I can also switch over so you can see that to my other computer that combines some of the audio and video to pipe into the stream. So I'm using Epidemic to create, no, just not create, broadcast, play music where no one is stinging me for. So what you want to hear, guys? Some R&B or some reggae. Let's listen to some reggae. Mesm, Martin Goffin, Spiritize, Vade Gwan, Dreamy, some happy reggae. Let's see what that is. So there was Spirit Highs by Martin Goffin. When I've seen this correctly on the audio monitor, it's only been playing on the left channel. Sorry for that. I have no idea how this could happen. If one of you is watching in stereo, tell me, was it actually true? Is it only coming on one channel? No idea why this happens. All right, working my way up. This is, when I see this correctly, some of the previous boxes have not been sold yet. So if you see some of the old numbers still on the list, you can still check them out. And if you are happening to watch, is that the correct way to say that, this video, the recorded version of it, you might just go down there and see if some of the boxes are still available. I think a few of you watching the live stream are getting tired, falling asleep, or running out of bucks to participate. However, if you have some left, there's boxes 33. Do I still have 33? 33, 34, 36, and 37 coming up. And when that's done, I need to print more stickers. So these are coming up right now, and a few of the last batch, 29 to 32, is available as well. Did I not make them juicy enough? What's happening, guys? So add those to the shop, publish. So added a few new nice things to the table here. Let's get moving with box number 33. So let's start with a nice deep black. Oh no, I didn't glue it together. So let's see if everything else is all right with that thing. Yeah, it's just missing the final finish here. I think I'm gonna finish that before I move on. So the way it should look is with a seam of electrical tape. Now this is the first version of it. That's not looking that nice. That's before I figured out how to glue them properly. Let's skip those. I don't feel good about sending those early attempts of me building hovercrafts away. I still have some nicer ones down here. Let's move on to this historic thing here. Micro H frame with an alien whoop on there and a VM275 camera in the front. 820-15 motors all around with parrot props. Flies very nice for quite a long time depending on your choice of batteries. Runs some, what's it called again, 3M lock stuff on here on the bottom to stick the battery on there. Very nice, pristine build, no jungle stains at all. So used to fly them back in the days with a lot heavier FPV equipment. Very nice, not solid but resilient frames. So these used to sell for a lot of money back in the days where these parts were still really rare. Yeah, but I had some vintage building spree a couple of months ago, and that's still left from it. That was in the time where my buddy Box has told me about this black adhesive silicone. That's what I glued this camera mount on here with. So it'll take quite a few crashes before it lets go. This is box number 33. Just the flight controller used to cost twice as much. Crazy times back in the days. What's gonna be in box number 34? Let's grab one of these here. This is a Beta 85 frame, I believe. Runs 820-18 motors. You can't see it because the camera doesn't focus that close. And three-bladed 48mm props, which I think is the major downside of these. These props are not very efficient, so even if it flies quite nice, does not fly for very long. Takes 600 milliamp batteries, but I prefer to fly this with the 450 milliamp 50/100C batteries because they just are so power hungry. The more power you give them, the nicer this thing flies. Very solid frame, very good line of sight acro flyer. However, if you are new to flying or want to fly indoors, I'd probably replace the motors with 820-15 motors. So, of course, you can take the canopy off. This is one of the hydro-dipped, I think Racon Heli, or one of these two companies, Racon or Micro Heli canopies, which I'm not sure if they are supposed to be on there. I think they are I think I cut these nupsels off and then drilled some holes to screw it on there. Yeah, very nice looking line of sight flyers, very resilient, tough like a milk carton. Built quite a few of those, so there will be a few more going over the counter today. This one is going into box number 34. Oops, wrong button. So, Madman, you ordered one of the X50 products that I put up last time. This was meant to be an upgrade to existing, to properly numbered boxes. $50 update value to add more stuff into this. So I have packed something very special, but also very familiar to you in the box. I think you will enjoy, Adam, what I've put in the box for you. I've also shipped that mid or end of last week, so should hopefully be there within a week or two. Props FPV is asking if the CX31 comes with the transmitter. No, it doesn't. However, I have a quick look in my boxes of transmitters in a sec. Remind me after I finish those 4 boxes. And then I might just chuck it in because I have even less use for it right now. So this is box number 34. Hang on, let's do this right now, otherwise I'll forget about it. So I don't even know what transmitter is. Oh, I think that was easy. It says the model number right on the transmitter. So yeah, good call, my friend. Props FPV, box number 20, you say. Come on. Does it fit in here? Sort of. Yeah, buddy. So, different answer to it now, my friend. The box number 20 now also includes the transmitter to that thing. Makes it a lot heavier. More postage. So, yep, included, my friend. So you scored number 20, that's good. And it's not that much postage because when I remember correctly, and just looking at saying Legend made, I think that's a domestic shipment. Moving on. What else is on the table here? Some vintage whoops. Let's grab this one here. You know, last week I already sent some of them away. This might also be it. This looks also very similar to the original Rambo Whoop E10S frame, and don't even know what these models. There might be some of the early version 615-19 models where we didn't have black cans yet. A custom inset that I've printed to convert this thing to stick batteries, and 2-bladed props cut down to improve propeller speed and make the noise a little angrier. So this is going to be box number 35. Yeah, Madman, I kind I got confused. I corrected it like a couple minutes into the stream. The X50 was supposed to be $50. You scored it for $10, but yeah, it doesn't matter anyway. I sent you a lot of work. So yeah, props FPV. I'm good that this stuff goes to your daughter. I'm good. I like it. Damn, I'm talking too much today already. Kind of messing up the words. My daughter's going to love that thing. That's good. Let's make the kids fly. 2 more boxes of this bracket. What might it be? How about this one here? You haven't seen that one yet. I think I made a video about this and then didn't publish it. So some of you might recognize that thing. It's looking like, guess what, a DJI Tello. However, if you look inside, it's nothing left of the Tello anymore. Especially if you look at the bottom, you might already guess what it is. There's a blue piece of PCB in there, and I have, you see some glue seams on the bottom here, so I have ripped this thing completely apart, spray painted the lid. So I think they're selling custom colored lids for $15. I didn't want to spend that, and also I didn't see a red one. I think I wanted to make it red. I left the camera module in there to make it look like it's still in there, but it's not connected. So this thing is running an alien flight controller, and for some reason the power cable is missing. So let me get one of that for you. It does fit the 720 milliamp MyLipo packs quite nicely, and it's still sporting the original DJI Tello props. So quite nice line of sight flyer now. Doesn't have any of the functionality anymore that the Tello has. It's just looking like a Tello, and it flies a lot better. So let me find a connector for you. Just one of these here will do the trick. Gotta fumble it in there. So this is a PH2 to JST connector, and you might have to open it up in order to stick it in there. I'm not sure why I did that. So maybe you want to have a different plug anyway, but yeah, I recommend 720 milliamp, the narrow ones, MyLipo 1S packs to fly with that thing. So sports a classic narrow alien flight controller. Very nice, unique flyer. I have flown a few packs through it, didn't crash it once by the looks of the propellers. So this is box number 36. So moving on, one sticker left. Let's take this dude here. This is built with the same components like a Rambo Whoop, but my first attempts, oh no, it's cracked. Frame is cracked. Gotta include a spare frame for you. This is one of the forgot what they're called. The first 7x16 millimeter frame that I found, and yeah, there was some funny anecdotes as well with trying to buy these frames in bulk. I still have a few left. I forgot what they're called. Let me have a look. I'll chuck in 2 frames for the effort that you need to make to either fix or replace this frame. Forgot what they're called. fpvmodel.com. X-Racer. Exactly, that's it. Some of you might remember these. X-Racer frames. So I'll add 2 of those into the box because I ran out of small boxes anyway. So it's going into a large box. So there's some space for these frames. And this model here flies really nice, runs a old school Nobi drone B-Brain version 1.1, I believe. So this is box number 37. Oh no, was this supposed to be box number 37? There's no sticker on here. No, this is box number 36. Doesn't make sense to chuck the sticker in the box. Why does no one tell me about that? Black Wolf says we need more Alien Whoop Zeros. Sorry, dude. Don't have any of those. I should get into this. One of these things that have fallen off the back of the truck, back of my list. I should really talk to the Alien Whoop guys to put some zeros up in the shop. So, guys, if you are listening, sorry that I didn't talk to you earlier today on the Facebook host chat, but we'll get back into the regular program after I've cleared some of that stuff here in my workshop, and then I'm keen to trade some Alien Whoop Zeros as well. So needs not fast enough, needs even more money. Yeah, I'm with Madman here. I don't think that that Travis is making a lot of money off the Alien Whoop story. However, it would be nice if you would. So the flight controls are awesome, and yeah, I consider trading some of those to spread the love. Damn, I'm getting tired. My throat's taking a toll. I need something to drink, and I need to get some more stuff printed. And I think that's the call to get some more music happening. What do we have? How about some mysterious reggae by Mr. Anders Bothen? Let's see how that sounds. So these were two songs, the Rhythm 5 and the Rhythm 2 by Mr. Anders Bothen. So what, Black Wolf, you don't like it? Yeah, you know, you gotta make compromises if you want to use so-called royalty-free music. I would like to play something else, but yeah, I think then YouTube's gonna be after me. Even though they can't process it live, so I would be able to play it, but then afterwards, when they're processing it, they're probably gonna sting me for playing copyrighted music. I haven't pushed that envelope yet. Maybe it's okay as well if I take the monetization of it. I'm not sure if I actually did, so tell me, guys, are you seeing some ads before you click play on this stream or somewhere in between? I don't know how monetization works at all on YouTube Live, and I don't care, to be honest. I think it should all be freely available, and when I'm playing music that is freely available on YouTube anyway, I kind of get, but also kind of also don't get why I can't just play some sort of freely available music on this channel here. So yeah, what's up, Black Wolf? Did you like my music or not? Tell me about it. In the meantime, I've printed some more number labels. Let's see if they have made it out of my brother QL720NW. If any one of you is looking for a nice label printer, I can recommend. It's printing of endless labels that are cheaply available from Chinese cloners. Otherwise, you're paying through the nose for the brother labels. And so they come in an endless roll, and you can configure your own label size, and this thing cuts them as well. So, oh, Black Wolf, you love the music. That's good. So, I'll tell you what it was if you actually liked it. So that was here the last two on the screen, the Rhythm 5 and the Rhythm 2 from Anders Bothen. Available on epidemicsound.com. I think you can just listen to all that stuff for free. However, if you want to use it in your streams, you got to subscribe to it, which is only a couple bucks a month. So that's what I'm doing. Whenever I do live streams, I use that as a music so that that YouTube doesn't ding me for it. And yeah, some of the stuff I actually like so much that I also put this under my regular videos, where I still sometimes just put copyrighted music and remove the monetization just because I want to play that music. So no ads during broadcast, says Christopher Potts. As far as I know, it's the default that it's turned on. I think I spoke about this last time. I turn on the monetization in order to help YouTube to suggest the videos to other people, but yeah, it's not that we have any sort of large audience. It's maybe like 30 or 40 people watching on average. So, all right, let's move on. Even though there's still a couple of quads on the table, there's still lots of quads down here that I wanted to move through. But yeah, I think we're getting towards the end of this stream. There's this many boxes left, so maybe 12, and then I call it a day for today. But yeah, there's heaps of more stuff, so I think I'll continue this a little bit until I kind of feel there's more room to build more stuff. But yeah, there's heaps of more stuff in this. Let me see if I can move this other camera over here so you can see that. No, wrong button. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one over here. Yeah, you can kind of look through it. So Yeah, there's lots of stuff in these boxes, but then there's things in here that I want to move as well. Let me grab 3 of these. They're really nice, but I am not going to use them anymore. And then let me grab these 2 here as well, and a couple of these here. So, as some of you know, I'm not only obsessed with little quads, I'm at least as obsessed with video receivers. So, anyone can guess what these things are? They are, let me see if I can find a model number on here. Forgot what the model number on these is. They are one of the, I think the only, at that point at least, the only quad diversity video receivers that I have found. So I have decided at some stage to build the ultimate diversity receiver system, and the plan was to have 16 antennas spread throughout my house, and then 4 of them each are connected to one of these quad diversity receivers, and then 2 of them each are piped into one Oracle diversity switcher, and then 2 of those are piped into another Oracle diversity system. And so then the result of that is that you get the best signal out of those 16 individual receivers, because if you open them up, then you can actually see that there are 4 discrete receivers in there. And if you look at the back of it, it shows you a little diagram of how to set them up. One of the major issues of these receivers, however, is that you're configuring the channels over these dip switches here, which relates to the second main issue of these receivers, and that is that they only work on what I think is called the Boscam frequencies. So they only run on 8 channels, not on 40 channels like the modern ones, and you need to figure out over these dip switches what channels they are. So yeah, if you happen to grab one of the next following boxes, you probably have to do a little bit of research to make these things work. However, I can attest to that they work really well. There is one 12-volt input on the side here, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 individual outputs for each of these receivers, and then there's a output that's called tracker link, which doesn't make any sense that it says tracker link. That's actually the diversity output. So you can grab each of the individual outputs. So you can actually use that thing, set them to 4 individual channels, and then get the each individual signal out of these first 4. So you could use this one receiver to build like a ground station for 4 people, connect 4 goggles to it, set them to 4 different channels, and then fly. If you are not regulated in any way what sort of channels you have to use, and if you're using 40 channel video transmitters, there's no reason why you can put the transmitters to one of those 8 channels that these things work on. And well, actually, I made some stickers back in the day. So I had, I think, 8 of those. And here are the channel frequencies. Not sure if you could read this. For 685, 4665, 4645. I forgot what exact band that is because nowadays all our transmitters and receivers do have 40 or even 48 channels. But yeah, next couple boxes contain one of these receivers each. So I think I made a video about this a long time ago. These receivers are quite nice, very sensitive, but yeah, further down the track have been replaced with different things. So it's been a desire of mine for a long time to get those receivers moving to people who actually would have a use for them. So this is box number 39, box number 40. Where's 40? No, here's 38. So 38, 39. I apologize, there's no, it's a sort of standard barrel connector. I do not have the plugs anymore because I made a custom cable out of those. So you would also need to figure out what 12-volt connector you need, or you can just open up the case. It has screws all around, and just closing this, just tightening up a screw that was loose in here, so you can open them up. They do have a fan in here, and solder a different connector straight to the board if that's your style. Has LEDs here, different colors to indicate which receiver is currently switched to the so-called tracker link output. But yeah, as I said, you can grab the output of each of those 4 receivers in here at any given point in time. So this was 38, 39, and the last one of these goes into box number 40. So Foamy Ninja says, no, Foamy Ninja didn't tag me, so I assume I should reply to Josie Rod first. Do you happen to have one of the TX01 from Beta FPV, I think you mean? It's the original Bayang remote they shipped with the starter pack. All right, dude. If you're asking me that directly, yes, I do, and I'll draw this up for you, man. So TX01 you want? I think I do. Beep, beep, beep. Someone's ringing me. No, dude. Whoever's calling me right now, I cannot pick up the phone. Or maybe it's that my headset is running out of battery. Josie J-Rod, you mean that thing? If you want that, I'll make it happen. Did you buy a box today yet? If you did, let me know the number, please, and I'll chuck this thing in for free. Moving on until I get a message from you. Josie Rod. Josie Rod says yes. Send me the number if you already scored a box today. If not, then we make it happen some other way. Here are 2 more receivers that I used to build ground stations back in the day. They are very nice, simple receivers, not used anymore by me, are called the FR632. I think I paid $50 each, so because these boxes are 35 each, I'm going to chuck 2 of those in. They have this dual lock, I think it's called 3M dual lock on the back, that I used to stick them on sort of a tripod mount because I had 4 of these. That's why they have still some colored tape on here. Oh, this one I removed it. So 2 of these together. If you want to look up the details, FR632 Boss Cam, I believe they're called. These are going into box number 41. So yeah, Josie Rod, just score any of the boxes or just send me a message and we'll make it happen individually. I have no use for this thing because everything that thing can fly, my jumpers can fly, and the gimbals on these things are, yeah, you know, better than some of the or most of the peanut controllers, but yeah, you can't configure much of this at all. I don't know if these things don't feel like they do anything. They're just like plastic knobs. It's kind of ridiculous. Why do you put them even on here? It just feels like there's just a plastic thing that you can twist. I mean, if they make a cheap transmitter, just make it, you know, just don't waste money with doing that. Not sure if they do anything. Yeah, pretty useless unless you bind them to what they are supposed to work with, which is the Beta 65S Lite. So box number 41 is getting 2 FR632 receivers. So Foam Ninja's posting some fun stuff in the chat room here. So the Quantum Overlord 5.8 gigahertz 40 channel 6 antenna diversity receiver with race band. Let's have a look at that thing. Quantum Overlord. Shipped from Australia. Is it still available? What does it cost? Free shipping on eligible colors near orders. Wow, and there's a cloverleaf antenna in the middle. What does it cost? Does it have a price on here? Oops, what happened? Make it. Oh, I moved it over here. 265 kangaroo dollars they want for that thing. So, yeah, you can get something like that for a lot less today on the Micromotor Bazaar. Doesn't have 6 though, only has 4, but I think that's enough. I think 2 antennas is pretty much what you need these days. But yeah, let's move on. Got one of these things here. It's called the Easy Cap 2802051. Is that the serial number? This one doesn't have a number, so I think that's a serial number. So one of them has an ugly glue patch on there because I've glued it into some rack and then later on removed it and replaced it with something else. I got 2 of those. So I put them in different boxes because I don't think that anyone needs 2 of them. I thought I need 2 of them. I actually had a few more of them, but gave away the others already. So what this is it says HD video capture on here. You can see an HDMI input and output and YBPR input. I don't have the plug for. So it's it also says USB host on here. So what you do is you stick a USB stick, or even I used it with a SD card reader and then put an SD card in there. Then you connect a HDMI source to it. So that's what I used in my old builds of the 4-way ground station. And then you can record just one press and it records the HDMI stream onto that thing. Quite well, worked really well, but then yeah, we moved on to other things. So it's a pretty nice HDMI recorder, ideally used in conjunction with, let me check this thing into one of those boxes, in conjunction with one of these DVR boards. So back in the days, my first 4-way ground station builds have been using these boards here, which I harvest out of security DVRs. You can buy them as 4 or 8 channel security DVRs, and there's lots of stuff in there which you don't need. This is the board that you want. It has 4 analog inputs. I don't know what the 5th one is here for. Maybe it even has 5 in there, or maybe an analog output. And then it does have, the interesting one, an HDMI output port here. You can also connect it over Ethernet and connect a mouse and a keyboard, which you need for configuring that thing. It also does have serial ATA connectors on board to connect hard drives, and my first plan was to use those connectors to actually record the footage. It doesn't work because it records it really choppy. So by combining these two things, by connecting that thing over HDMI to that thing, you can record 4 channels at the same time. And if you then score box number one of the previous ones and connect all 4 outputs of one of these 4-way receivers to all these 4 inputs, you can record a split screen of 4 video signals onto one USB stick or SD card. So that works really well. I just found different parts in the meantime, so these things have to go. I'm running out of boxes soon. That was the plan. So a few of them are left though. So this one here is going into box number 42. Did I publish them already? Let me have a quick look. No, I didn't. So this time, guys, you can look before you buy. So no rush yet, but in a second, if you like that stuff, this is here the fancy DVR board, which is elusive now as well. It's hard to get these things. I have stuck a foam board to the bottom so you can stick it in against the metal surface without risking to shorten it. There used to be a housing around that thing, but yeah, who needs the bulky housing? They can be powered over this plug here on the side, standard multi-voltage plug that is used in regular computer PSUs, but you can also power it over a regular barrel plug right on the side here. So box number 42 gets this DVR/splitter board plus the HD capture thingy. And before I move on to the next one, let me publish the lot. So everything from 38 to 49 goes under the hammer right now. So I see a few of the last boxes haven't been sold yet, so that's good. That's for those of you who are watching the recorded version of the video. Yep, it's still live. So not as last time where everything was gone, probably because I made the price too low, so everyone snapped it up regardless of what it was. This time, a few of those are still left, so if you're watching this video after the fact during the week, you can still score. Bulk edit Added variants and added columns, added the retail price, apply, put it to 35 each. If you score these two devices for 35 bucks, that's a bargain. $35.35, save changes. Go back to the overview. Everything's still selected. Yeah, nice. And publish. Madman's gotta take care of the kitties. See you later, my friend. Lots of other stuff going on the line right now. So there's one more of these easy caps. I think I only paid around 35, something around that price for it. So let me see if I can find something related to sweeten the deal. Yeah, there's one more of these receivers. So unfortunately, I don't have another analog to HDMI converter for you because I'm still using those. So what you need in order to convert the video is something similar to this thing here. So yeah, it's kind of hard to see because it's sandwiched between some other stuff, but you need a format converter. So this is the other way around. So it takes an analog video in, and in this case it spits out SDI. What you need is a VGA here or CVBS. They both are from the signal the same, they just have different plugs on here. So these are both analog videos, converts into digital, in this case SDI. What you need is a VGA to HDMI or CVBS to HDI converter, and then you can convert the signal that's coming out of this dude. Oops, a button is missing. I think I have another one. This one looks better. So box number, what is it, 43 gets a HD capture device and a FR632 5.8 gigahertz video receiver. Abducted Tech wants to sell a toddler for Christmas. Box number 34 going under the hammer right now. Snap it up if you're interested in those parts. Moving on. What else do I have? A couple quads left. So how about this one here? Cockroach frame, 6 by 17 millimeter motors, and B-Brain plus VM275 1 going into box number 44. So what's left? This one here. That's a nice one. This is a really nice line of sight quad running a classic Alien V flight controller with a 7mm picnic efficiency frame with 7x16mm 17,000 kV motors, and glued on here as well is the battery compartment of a cockroach frame, so it takes the stick batteries, runs on small two-bladed props. I forgot where I got those from, and has a very aggressive acro tune on there. Very, very nice and robust acro flyer. Really love this thing. I built a few more of those. So this one needs to go. Box number 45 it is. I should fit in a small box. I got a few more of those left. So box number 35 gets this unique, a little bit classic line of sight flyer here. It does have a 5-volt output, so if you want to stick FPV onto this, that's easily possible. Moving on, there's two more of these here. Oh, that has a nice canopy, sort of blue Kevlar-ish, so hard to see on the camera, but it has kind of a nice subtle structure to it. So it looks like carbon fiber, but it's blue. So yeah, I've talked about these earlier. Let's see if it fits into one of these flat boxes. Yes, it does, I think. Does it? Should be right. Yep, fits right in there. So runs I think Beta FPV F3 version 1.1 flight controller. So does have OSD connection, even though there's no camera on there. So I've built them as line of sight flyers. Really love these things. Very nice and big, very robust, as I said earlier. As tough as a milk bottle. It's really, I crashed them a lot. Not this one here. It's a pristine build. Just test flown, and yeah, really nice as line of sight flyers. That's why it's gotten a neat canopy. Come on, close. Doesn't want to go in there. I'll leave it halfway open, might need to open it anyway again. As I said earlier, if any one of you scored one of these boxes wants to have some extra parts, I'm happy to chuck some stuff in on top of it without charging you extra postage. So, Ty from MD says, good evening. Good evening, my friend. Welcome to the stream. You're kind of catching the tail end of it. I'm almost through the portion for today. Josie Rod says only have Eternity Evolution. That's why I wanted to fly FlySky stuff. But this will work better than the beam controllers I currently have. So that's good, Josie Rod. We'll make something up. I'll leave this controller here on the table and we'll work something out. So what do I have left? There's these two, so let me add a spare into the next box, make this one a little juicier. So same story as I said, as I just told, very nice line of sight flyer. This has a darker canopy, so the canopy is plastic, but it looks like, has like a Kevlar carbon fiber type hydro dip on it. I think I gotta take a big box to fit both of them in there. So I don't know what happened to this one. It doesn't have a flight controller, so I'll give you a spare in this box. one complete line of sight quad, including a complete build. It's called a crash kit. Just need to add your flight controller and it's ready to go. This is box number 47. So, table is empty for now, but there's 3 stickers left. What could we add in the last 3? What else do I have on here? Let me see. I have some nice things over here. Let me see. Let's take a couple of these things. And what else do we have? Here is another receiver plus, what's this thing, a DVR? Oh, this is an analog DVR. This might be good. I've only briefly tested it. Oh, there's still an SD card in there. Gonna save that. So yeah, no SD card included for you in this thing. Keep that. Maybe there's some surprise videos on there from yesteryear. So box number 48 gets an IOMWay receiver. It's not diversity, only a single antenna connector. Has 32 channels. So that was before raceband came out. 32 channels, not including raceband. And included with that thing is this DVR here. I don't know exactly what the brand and model of this. It says mini DVR on the back, and it does have 2 video inputs. It says so. It doesn't have does have an analog video input, and for some reason a USB-B connector. I think it is next to the power port there. I don't know why you would want to have that. So you can playback and record over the buttons here, and there's a analog video out, so you can connect this to a regular FPV analog screen or goggle and look at your footage. So chucking those 2 into the next box, plus a few of these things. I just wanted to hold them in the camera to show you these things. I was so happy when I discovered these things. So these are basically pieces of wire. You might have seen the larger ones that I have lying around here on the table. And what you use them for is if you have any sort of cable. I have no cable laying around here. So if you want to neaten up your wires, I have lots of wires. That's why I have lots of these rubber thingies. You twist them up like this, so they're basically reusable cable ties. I have a lot of those, and you're just chucking not the wires, but the cable ties into the next box here. So you can score them on eBay for a couple of bucks. I think they're called reusable cable ties. So a bunch of those, little smaller ones, and these 2 devices here, AMWay 5.8 gigahertz receiver plus analog DVR goes into box number 48. Just like this, box number 48. So what's next? Box number 49 is next. What do I have for box number 49? Maybe up here, some stuff sitting up here. Yeah, how about this one here? So, Flame Whoop. What does it have? I don't even know what this is. Oh, an alien whoop. Congrats to box number 49. A flame alien whoop. This is, oh, hang on. Maybe I need to keep this. Do I have another one? This is, oh yeah, I have a plan with that. I can't give that away. Sorry, taking it back. Find something else nice for you. This is a alien flight controller version 2.1, which has a black box on there. I still need that. I need to do some tuning analysis, and that needs this flight controller, and only have 2 of them. Instead, box 49 gets this nice build here. Not a jungle stain, just a little bit of prop scratches on the side here. Betaflight F3 flight controller with OSD. Oh, flight controller popped out here. Let me fix that. With VM275 one camera. So, come on, get in there. So, removing the screw, squeeze the grommet in there. Come on, get in there. No, doesn't want to. So, squeeze the grommet in there. Come on, go in. Then enter the whole thing in there. Let the screw go over here. So, putting it back together. Yeah. So, yeah, previous builds before beta BNF, beta FPV came around with their BNFs. Still very nice setup. Fortunately obsolete when someone is selling BNFs for such a good price. Goes into this box here. Box number 49 gets a hand-built middle school whoop. Not that long ago since I used to build those. Box number 49 it is. And now last one for today. Oh, I didn't even create it yet. No, that was the last one. I already printed a sticker number 50, but I haven't set up a product page yet. And I also see that some of the other product variants have issues publishing. Not sure if you can see this, but if there's like this little circle going on here, that means they haven't been published yet. I will do that after the stream, so if you're watching the recording of this, there might be a good chance for you that you can still score some of those. They're still available as well here, and I unpublished them already, so let's publish 26, 27, 28 again. Unpublish, that doesn't make sense. Go back. So why are those not published? 26, 27, 28 are available as well. So if you're going through the list of the available variants that you can see, damn, it's so hard to get this right. How do I do this? How point properly to this here, bit.ly/mmbazar2018. You can score all these boxes that I have packed during the streaming and recording of this video. And yeah, if something of that doesn't work out, send me a message. Same as if you've scored a box and want to add extra parts that are available in the shop, or any spare parts to the quads that or the parts that I've put in there, send me a message and we'll make it happen without any extra postage. So Josie Rott is asking if he can just buy an X50 by itself and you surprise me with anything Bayang. I do need camera mounts. Yes, you can do that, Josie Rott. Please just check out one of the X50 items, sort of the bonus items that I have put in there as well. And in general, everyone who has, oops, wrong camera number 2. Anyone who has not scored any of these boxes and just want to have some surprise stuff from me, you can just check out one of the X50 items for $50 plus shipping a pop, and I'll look in your purchase history and send you something related, or you can just reply to the order confirmation message. That makes it the easiest for me, because then I can link it back to your purchase, and over the next days I will be sitting here over lunchtime instead of live streaming. I will pack boxes and ship you some nice stuff that you will probably only get after Christmas, unless you're also in the land of Down Under. So I think that's sort of the end of it. Who the fuck is posting nude pictures on there? That's abducted tag. Come on, man. It's a child-friendly channel here. You can't post pictures of you without a shirt on. I was thinking about that this morning because it's so freaking hot here, but I have decided to leave my shirt on, so I expect everyone in the chat room to also wear shirts. So please post a lot of stuff so that abducted tech is disappearing from the stream here. Nothing against you, my friend. I appreciate you being here, but yeah, I guess it's okay. So while I'm cleaning up here, you can post some more stuff, and I'll read out everyone who has participated, and I'll rest my voice for a second while I'm playing another nice song from Martin Land, Roastin' Style. Let's see what that is. Say whoop whoop. Oh, is it over already? I wonder what's coming next. Hello, my friends. Yes, you can get my voice in a for OpenTX, and just put OpenTX Benedict into Google, and you'll find a GitHub project that contains set voice files. So. So that's it, my friends. I appreciate all of you hanging around in the chat room, throwing dollars in my Bazaar jar where still a few things are available, and in general being good players and having fun with each other in the various chat rooms. So I still haven't gotten through all the stuff down there. There's still lots of hand-built models that need to make room for more. So I guess in a week from now, which is the 24th, I'll be sitting here again for a couple of hours and mowing through the remaining parts. So if you're interested in those, see you on the next one. Little rhythm, little ska and the punk flair to get you on your way. I see you in a week.